Guys, how's it going? A new lesson here for those of you at home. We're going to do this with crayon. Wish you could do it in paint. A little more fun with paint. If you look up here, colored triangle, there's three primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. They're only made out of themselves. Primary just means one first, okay? You have to have red, yellow, and blue in your tray when you're painting. But if you go across the triangle to the opposite side, you'll see a secondary color that's made out of the other two corners, okay? So blue and red make purple, all right? So red and yellow are called complementary. That's just a fancy word for opposite. So if you look here, complementary pairs, yellow and purple, they're opposite. If you go opposite blue, the secondary color is orange, which is made out of red and yellow. So we have blue and orange, okay? If you go opposite the red, the secondary color that you hit is green, which is made out of blue and yellow. Okay, so you have red and green. Every primary has a secondary match. Purple, yellow and purple, blue and orange. Now what's important about them? What's cool about that is scientifically, it's not my opinion, these are the brightest color pairs you could put next to each other. If you make a design with these colors, it makes your eyes vibrate like an optical illusion. On the other hand, if you came in at all, if we physically mix these together with paint, it turns brown, like a dark, gross brown. This turns brown, purple and yellow turn brown, blue and orange turn brown. Why? Because when you're mixing yellow and purple, you're really mixing yellow, red, and blue, all three primaries. When you're mixing blue and orange, you're really mixing blue, yellow, and red, all three primaries. When you're mixing red and green together, you're really mixing red, blue, and yellow together, all three primaries. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make some really bright art, like these samples up here. We're gonna use crayons. So you could just draw some funky shapes found in nature. I call these organic shapes. I just made some egg shapes, okay? Some circle shapes, or some kind of bean shapes, okay? You could use a ruler and make some hard edge shapes, okay? So you have orange and blue, very bright, purple and yellow, here's red and green. These are kind of organic shapes. This is very hard edge zigzag shapes, okay? These are some student samples. I want you to do one of each. We're gonna do a yellow and purple pair, a blue and orange pair, and a green and red pair, right? And you can think of this a lot of ways. It's the LA Lakers, right? New York Mets, and probably Christmas, right? Here's another one a student did. Nice and simple shapes, right? Orange and blue, purple and yellow, red and green. Another student one, just give you lots of ideas, just simple shapes, circles, purple and yellow. Simple shape, orange and blue. And then you have some hearts here. This girl cut out one heart and just traced them. So you have red and green. And I made this one the other day to show you what you can do. If you don't want to keep it abstract, if that's boring or something, I just drew a simple kind of scary skull with yellow and purple. So follow me up to the board here, and I'll show you how to do this. I got 3 pieces of paper. Like I said, I want you to do all 3. So imagine if you want to do the first one by hand. So watch this. I'm just going to draw a couple of, I'm going to make some of those bean shapes. I like to make those bean shapes. It's almost like a circle, but then you stretch it out, right? And then you got to come back and you put a dent in it, right? I don't know if you guys are old enough to know what a lava lamp is. It's almost like a lava lamp. Okay, so there's that. Then you could find some cool things to trace in your house, right? The inside. The outside. This could be a dish, a cup. I know what you're thinking. Mr. Rose, I don't have a roll of masking tape. Well, you have cups, plates, a spoon. It's starting to look like a mouse. I don't want it to look like anything, though. Do this. Okay, maybe this. Okay, so that's plenty for that. Now, what if you wanted to do just some stripes? Could you find this could be a book edge if you don't have a ruler too. I don't want to hear any complaints that you do not have a ruler. And again, this wouldn't be that big if you were painting. I realize that a full sheet of paper with a crayon to do this nicely could be big. You're allowed to do like a design on a half a sheet of paper if you want, okay? So I'm gonna get some orange and some blue for the first one. So you have to pick if you're gonna make these shapes. I'm gonna make these orange, okay? And I do want you to press hard on this. I want you to get it to be as bright as you can. And I know this is taking a little time, but I really want you to get it to be bright. I don't want to see too much white in these. I'm gonna call these paintings by the time we're done, because we're like painting with crayons, right? Even though it's really a drawing, I guess. So that's a nice dark orange. Here's my blue. Then you would come in here with blue. And you want to be careful on your edge, because it's going to turn brown, even with a crayon if you get. So then you're going to come in and you're going to color the whole background blue. So you can see what I mean about doing a whole sheet of paper, right? So it's going to take me a long time coloring all this blue, if I do it nicely. So you get that optical illusion effect, which is why I'm not going to color this all in now, but I am going to do the next one. I'm going to pick red and green. Imagine if I finish that, right? I'll put up finished still photos in the Google Classroom. So on this one, if you got one that has overlaps in it, it's kind of fun. It's like a game where you have to do every other one. So this would be green. And again, look how hard I'm pressing, right? I really want to get some good color on there. So then this one has to be red. I really don't want to see too much white paper, or else you won't get that optical illusion effect. Okay, so that means if this is red, this one needs to be green. So you have to just keep playing a game of alternating. You're making a pattern, okay? And I do want, you guys are old enough, I want you to try and stay in the lines. I don't want to see scribbling, because if you scribble, it is going to come out nasty, right? I'm going to scribble a little bit up here just to show you. If you're going outside the lines and being crazy, and you mix the colors together, it's just going to look like a mess. Don't do that, okay? Take your time on these. I'm going to show you the third one now, a little purple and yellow, before we put up the final ones, okay? So imagine, my crayon. I'm going to do 2 yellows so maybe you could see how bright this is going to be. It's a great thing to know for when you're making art and you just go, my painting isn't bright enough, my art's not bright enough. What can you do? You put a complementary color next to each other. Right? That's pretty good. So now your crayon might say violet on it. That's okay, that's purple. And I guess you could do this with colored pencils. You can do this one with markers too. So I hope you can see how bright that is. And it's a fun game to play is if you stare at this for like 30 seconds. You stare when it's done, then you stare at a white piece of paper. You'll see this pattern because it burns your eyeballs. It burns its pattern into your eyes. And let me know what you'll see, because I'm playing a trick on you. You're going to see the opposite colors when you stare at it. Okay? You're not going to see purple and yellow. You're going to see, I believe you'll see blue and orange. So this is Complementary Colors painting / drawing lesson, okay? So you need to do all 3 to complete it, and you guys got a week to do it, okay? Thanks. Okay, so here are 3 complementary color sketches, and they're done, finished, okay? Yellow and purple, these are with crayon. Red and green. Blue and orange, okay? So this is how yours should look when you're done. And the purple and yellow ones, yeah, cut a little smaller so you don't have to go insane. Okay, thanks a lot.